Greetings troops, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 2 of the Savoia build. So what is the Savoia build? Well, let's have a little look. This is the Savoia build. There we go. And this is from the film Porco Rosso. Yeah, so this is what we're going to do. This is March, isn't it? Yes, this is going to be March's build for my Ghibli a month build. So what's the date today? The date today is the 12th of March. So I am ahead of myself, so that's good. So we're not going to bother with the unboxing. I'm just going to sort of get straight to it. The unboxing video is already out there. Let's have a little gander at the sprues. Obviously I have had a little look in here before. And essentially this is what I've done so far. I've clipped the figures off the sprues, and I say we get 3 figures. We get Porco, there he is, Porco Rosso. I've left a little nub just on his head there so I can secure that, so it's got a kind of a locating pin, just to add a little bit of security. There's Gina, and I've scraped it down, so that's all the seams have been done. And Theo, whatever her name is, there we go. How close can we get without that blurring? There you go. That's the mechanic. I've still got to do the seam lines on here, so there's a few of those. So I'll just get on with that. Now, of course, there's a couple of ways that we can do this. A bit of extra light, I think. There we go. You can either just scrape them down the seams with the blade of an X.II knife, and I mean, bearing in mind that she's actually going to be in the cockpit, you're not going to see much of this anyway. But I'll just clean that up a little bit. Or I've got this bad boy. Now that is sharp. It is sharp. I don't use it that often for cleaning seam. That's what it's for. It's a scraper, and it's excellent for that. But I tend to just stick with the X.II knife. But it operates in the same way. But the really good thing about it is where you can get in with it, because of that really sharp point. Then you can get right down in there, in between places that other scrapers just couldn't possibly reach. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to finish scraping them off and then get them ready primed for painting. Alright, so they're all cleaned up enough. Now what I want to do is I want to mount them for painting. So all I'm going to do here is just put a little bit of surgery, and mine that don't go through my finger, which is the standard kind of drill. There you go. And then a little bit of super glue, and I'll just nip the top off that. Actually, that's a bit too thin. Let's say about there. And that'll be them ready. I was right about that head. It's not very secure. It's on, but it's definitely not very secure. So I'll leave that one to cure. I've drilled the hole, so he's ready to go, and I'll put a smaller hole for Gina. Yeah, probably out there. Let's get that in, and I might, rather than a cocktail stick, I might mount Gina on a piece of wire, and that'll be that prepped for painting then. So the instructions obviously starts with construction of the inside of the fuselage, which I am going to do, obviously. otherwise it wouldn't be there. But I think just to sort of get me into the build, I'm going to start here at stage 5. I'm going to put the engine together. I think so. What's going through my mind is is this all going to be buttoned up? So all these interior details are really nice, but I don't think you're going to see any of it. Or am I going to somehow try and keep it open so you can see it? So I don't know what the best way to do that is. But I think what I'm going to start off by doing is assembling some of these sub-assemblies anyway, get them all ready for painting. So start with the engine, and then start thinking about what I'm going to do with the fuselage. Essentially, I'll probably paint all this on the sprue. That's probably the easiest way. Get it all primed up, and then start taking it from there. So that's pretty much the engine done, and it's nice. It looks pretty well detailed. In the film, it's got Ghibli written down outside there. That's going to take a little bit of sanding, so I'll wait till the glue's gone off to sand that down. But it's not bad, and you could probably detail it with a few wires here and there if you wanted to, but I'm not going to bother, because like I say, it's going to be hidden, or at least largely hidden. So that's the engine, and next up I'm going to tackle tonight, and that's probably going to be it, is I'm going to put together the dolly. So let's zoom out a bit. On the film, the dolly is used for transporting the aircraft out of the original shed. So I'm going to get that together now. Clamp that, get a bit more glue on it and get it clamped, otherwise gap's going to look a bit gappy.